was the last time you asked someone you love, not how they're doing, but how their heart is? Because October has a way of revealing what's been neglected, not just in our calendars, but in our connections. The relationships that matter most often get the least attention when life gets busy, and yet they're the very thing that sustain us. Today's episode is Relational Reset, a chance to check in, not just with others, but with ourselves, to ask, where am I showing up well? Where am I withdrawing? And what needs repair? So let's make space for reconnection. You see, relationships thrive on attention, not constant contact, but intentional care. And October is the perfect time to recalibrate. When we don't check in, assumptions grow, resentments build, and emotional distance becomes the default. But when we pause, even briefly, to ask how someone's really doing, we open the door to healing, to clarity, and to deeper connection. Relationship check-ins aren't about fixing everything. They're about showing up and showing someone you matter enough for me to ask. So let's turn inward for a moment. I want to guide you through a few prompts, not to overwhelm you, but to help you notice. Number one, which relationship felt most strained this month? Number two, where did you feel most misunderstood or most disconnected? Number three, who surprised you with care and how did that feel? Number four, is there someone you've been avoiding emotionally? And number five, what conversation do you need to have, even if it's hard? Now take a breath. Whatever surfaced, it's not a failure. It's an invitation to reconnect, to repair, and to re-engage. So let's name what often happens in relationships this time of year. Because when we name the pattern, we can choose a different response. There's emotional withdrawing. Stress leads to silence. We pull back, and not out of malice, but out of being overwhelmed. Then there are unspoken expectations. We assume others know what we need, and they assume the same, and no one says it out loud. Of course, there's repetitive conflict. Same argument, different day. Because the root issue hasn't been named. And then there are misaligned priorities. One person is in survival mode, the other wants connection, and both feel unseen. And then there are missed micro moments. These are small chances to connect. A glance, a text, a touch, they get lost in the rush. If any of this feels familiar, you're not alone. And you're not stuck. Awareness is the first reset. Let's talk about how to reset gently. Not with grand gestures, but with small, consistent care. Let's look at the 5-minute check-in. In the 5-minute check-in, you ask, what's one thing you need this week? Then listen fully. Next, you use an unsent letter. Write what you wish you could say, even if you never send it. Then you schedule a connection moment. Put it on a calendar. Protect it like a meeting. Then create a ritual of repair. After conflict, ask, what did that stir in you? Not to win, but to understand. Then share something that moved you. A song, a quote, a story, maybe a poem. Let it be a bridge. These rituals aren't magic, but they're medicine. They remind us connection is built and not assumed. There was a moment this month when a friend realized he hadn't truly checked in with someone he loves. He talked, he texted her, but he hadn't asked her, how's your heart? So he did ask her, and what they shared, it wasn't dramatic, but it was real, and it reminded him, presence heals. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, I've been thinking about you. How are you really? That question can change everything. October invites reconnection, not just with others, but with the parts of ourselves we've neglected. Before we close, I want to leave you with one question. Who do you need to check in with this week? And what do you want that check-in to feel like? Drop it in the comments or send a message. or write it down. Next time, we'll explore how to reset spiritually and why your inner life deserves just as much care as your outer one. Until then, be gentle with your relationships because it's sacred ground. You take care and stay connected.